Ready. Ready. Do it.
All right, early portions of the round, we will see how it goes for Charles Oliveira. This man has every skill you would want in a mixed martial artist, and that's why he has gone from, middling featherweight at times to one of the greatest lightweights of all time. Oh, he gets tagged again. Nice combination. All right, early in the fight here, and Nate Diaz off to a pretty good start. Found a home for that left hand.
I mean, and it's powerful. It does not seem like Nate is throwing it hard, but he always finds his target. He's very accurate with that straight left hand. So he kind of feeds the right hand to get you moving where he wants, and then bang, he drops that straight left on you that hurts so many. Hurt Conor McGregor, and he hurt the welterweight champion, Leon Edwards, in the same way.
I mean, these guys are letting it fly. What a pace that they're fighting at.
Well, now if you're the opponent, you really got to be careful as Diaz is able to find a home for that right hand yet again.
When Diaz starts landing the right hand, you have got to stay firm. You have got to dig your heels in the ground and say, no way you're going to just run me over. Easier said than done when you're facing Nathan Diaz.
So just over 20 total strikes have already landed for Nate Diaz.
Nice shot, lands downstairs.
Uppercut lands now. All right, mixing up the leg kicks nicely, and that thigh starting to show some visible signs of bruising now.
You know, you can't even worry about what that high leg kick does now. You have to worry about the dividends that it will pay as we go forward in this fight.
Another nice kick there. Solid series of kicks. They're all landing now. Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Oliveira's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Double jab there by Diaz. He missed with that jab attempt there. Oh, nice combination there by Diaz. 90 seconds to go in the opening round. Nice jab.
So he needs to mix it up. He needs to start kicking more.
Oh, misses with the jab.
Well, the one thing about throwing jabs is that when you throw a jab, you kind of set your lead leg because you're trying to extend on the jab. If a person has good timing on leg kicks, they will land almost every time. So you got to be careful.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse. And you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. We got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
Whoa! You go here. How about the speed with which he is able to just toss his opponent to the mat?
The moment they came close, he knows, I got to fire in my hips, load you up and throw you. That's exactly what he did.
All right, we're going to stay with him and follow him back to the corner to the stool because that is a really severe cut that he is dealing with. We'll see if the cut man can stem the bleeding here. All right, so now we have some real adversity. There's a cut on the nose. Hard to know if that's impacting the breathing, but some definite damage in that previous round.
Yeah, some real damage. And now when you get a cut like that, that is in a bad spot. Because every time you get hit on the nose, it's so jarring. And then the blood starts to go down into the mouth. He's got an uphill battle ahead of him.
All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see time where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Oliveira's nose is just pouring blood right now. I'm no doctor, Daniel, but I'm not sure that thing isn't broken right now. Both guys appeared to land there.
Beautiful body kick.
Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tucked, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything.
That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oliveira's cut right on the bridge of his nose does not look good, folks. We'll continue to keep an eye on it, and you got to think.
Look at that finish there. High shot. He picked the back kicker by reaching all the way across.
Throwing that jab now again. The fighter evades. Under 3 minutes now to go round two. Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round 2. Oliveira's blocking pretty well now, so an adjustment. Beautiful short uppercut from Diaz. Quick entry here.
Nice single leg entry. Rotates the outside to high guard. Big slam takedown. That was beautiful.
Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position. Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're
Looking at it here. Huge shots landing on both sides.
I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
All right, so the ref is going to step in here and call on the doctor to look at what is a now mangled nose. This could be the end of the fight.
It could be the end of the fight. There's a lot of blood. The blood's going down into the mouth. I mean, the nose could be broken.
Not sure if the nose is broken or just busted up, but blood is splattered everywhere. Yeah, that's going to do it. That's the end of the fight. So
That's
a
the right
disappointing
call.
conclusion, but the right call.
The right call, John.
And here we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, Nate Diaz.
All right, so Nate Diaz gets a big win tonight. I thought he was at his best. Certainly came in very conditioned as usual, and the boxing was on point, too.
The boxing was on point. The cardio was ready. Nate Diaz fought the perfect fight in order to win tonight against a very tough opponent.